So we're starting this vlog the night of my surgery. This is probably the realest you're gonna find me. Earlier today, I was nauseous. The idea of my day coming to an end, getting closer to the surgery, made me want to throw up. I kind of wanted to cry at work, saying goodbye to people. But I definitely lost it when I had to give one of my best friends, Cooper. That was really hard for me, knowing that I won't sleep with him for 2 weeks. I'm very attached to this little dog. And when she hugged me, I cried. But I feel a little bit better. My parents came over and they did a prayer for me. And just being able to hug my mom and my dad before it kind of made me calm down my nerves. My dad was like, "Why do you want to do this? You don't need to do this." And I'm like, "I want to look like Shakira." He doesn't think that that's going to happen. But the point is that it's here, it's going to be tomorrow, and ready or not, we're doing this. The anesthesiologist called me. He introduced himself. He made me feel so much better in the sense that he explained exactly what's going to go on, what he's going to do, what am I going to feel. And that was comforting. And I took a shower with the antibacterial soap tonight. I will take one again tomorrow. No lotions, no anything. I washed my hair because it has to be clean. Yeah, I took off all my jewelry, all my piercings. I could keep the nails, which is good because look how cute they are. And nothing. My best friend is gonna pick me up tomorrow morning, and I will let you guys know how I'm feeling then. Today is surgery day. I thought I was gonna sleep bad last night. I thought I was gonna be so preoccupied with things in my head, but I actually slept pretty good. I rested. I think my parents' visit did my soul some good and calmed me down to allow me to sleep. I took a shower this morning like I'm supposed to with antibacterial soap. I am dressed in zip up and pull up pants, and today is also my brother's 30th birthday, so I want to say happy birthday, Teddy. I joked around that I did his my surgery on his birthday because if something happened to me, then I've ruined it forever. But nothing's gonna happen to me. It's gonna go good, and that's it. I'm just waiting for my friend to pick me up and we head over. This is the bed that I'm going to be staying overnight in. It's right outside the operating room. And here I am, ready and prepped for surgery. I found this cute little tray with my name welcoming me. And also my friend Barbie wrote the cutest note. I mean, honestly, this was so sweet. So I'm going to interrupt this video right here because I wanted to let you guys know that during the process, the whole team at Dr. Rubinstein's office was absolutely amazing. I'm telling you, from the moment that I stepped into that office, I was treated, they had the best bedside manner. I was treated wonderful. I was nervous. You could tell everything on my face when I'm feeling certain things, and they just sensed it, and they sat around me and they talked about things to get my mind off of it. And even the anesthesiologist, Carlo, who I had spoken the night before, he started already with putting an IV on me just to relax me a little bit. And from the nurses, Carlo, and a special shout out to my friend Barbie. It really made the process so much better because I was honestly terrified. I was taking a shit on myself, but Barbie honestly stayed with me. She held my hand. I remember her holding my hand in the operating room, and I remember just looking at those lights, and I went out quickly. I went out quickly. And from the pictures that I am going to share with you guys, because I want to also show you guys the behind the scenes pictures of what my friends took of me while I was recuperating. She stayed with me through either my entire surgery or most of my surgery. She was there to be able to update my friend, and then my friend update my other friends and my family. I'm out of surgery and I'm finally lucid. It is like 11:30 at night. That is the door to the operating room, and this is where they have me staying overnight with my private nurse. I wanted to make sure that I was able to text back some of my friends and family that were worried about me, and I wanted to catch my surgery on the
Another interruption to the video because I want to give everyone a warning. So Dr. Rubinstein I had signed papers allowing him to record my surgery and to post it on social media. You can only see what he was actually operating on, nothing else. And he did a wonderful job because I wanted to have it for myself. And I know that some of my friends and my family wanted to know exactly what was going on with me. So what better way than to do that? So I went ahead and I screen recorded it at that time. And I am just giving everyone a warning that it is obviously it is heavy graphics. So if you're not into seeing operations, there's not a lot of blood, but there's a lot of things that you never even knew, right? Like I never knew until I saw a procedure done on somebody else through his Instagram that I was like, oh my God, that's what they're gonna do to me, right? So this is a warning. You can skip the next clip over, because it is heavy, but if it doesn't matter, then I suggest that you watch it because he's so interesting. And then you would actually see the level of what a great surgeon he is with his stitching, with his explanations. I mean, I am really proud that he did this work on me. And watch it or don't watch it. But if you do watch it, you guys are gonna get to know me very intimately, even in my insides. Like, who can say that? Like, hey, I know what Lena looks inside, like her tummy and everything.
Operating room today, we've got a nice case. It's a tummy tuck with some lipo of the tummy, and we're going to get started right now. And we're infiltrated already. We're going to be doing the liposuction. You can see where the markings are. We'll be taking out some of the excess fat in the tummy. We're doing a little shaping around the waistline. And then, of course, we've got our tummy tuck markings, and we'll be taking off all the excess skin here as well. We're making our incision around the belly button. I'm going to need this for access to be able to infiltrate and do the liposuction. And then, of course, we need the incision for the tummy tuck. Now we're going to get started with our incision while we're waiting for the tumescent solution to take effect. And this is marked to be hidden inside the panty line. You can see the red markings that are surrounding this area. Those are the edges of her panties. Now we're starting the liposuction. We've let the tumescence take effect. You can see some really nice yellow fat coming through the tubing. We're going to take out as much as we can. In the state of Florida, that's limited to 1 liter of actual fat. We're going to take out 1 liter of fat throughout the area that's going to remain, and that'll help make this a thinner, better looking result. And we're done with the suctioning. You see from the belly button up, we've suctioned. This is now much thinner, and you can even see the step off. When we stop suctioning at the level of the belly button, you can see that this gets, this is nice and thin, and then it hits a little bit of a bump right here where it's still fuller. We did not suction this because we're removing it. Got my finger back here behind this. We're getting to the area of the belly button, and you're going to see my finger first because it's protecting the belly button itself. There's my finger, and then behind it is the belly button. Let's see if I can show it to you. There it is. That's the belly button. Now I've dissected all the way up to about here. And I want to see if I can open this up to see better, to go all the way up to the edge of the ribs. You take a look at the hole where the belly button is. Here's my finger. That's the hole. We want to make sure it reaches here, and it actually easily does, even beyond. So we'll be able to open this up because I know that I can get this out. There was some concern because she didn't have that much excess skin up here that this wouldn't reach all the way down, but it does. So the hole from the belly button is going to come out. She'll be happy. No extra scars down here. Now we've split this flap, and the reason to do that is that I can flip it open and we can get a better view here, so I can continue working up towards the ribs here and see everything is wide open, much easier to access. And we've dissected all the way up to the xiphoid process in the ribs here. She's pretty firm. There's not a lot of weakness, and when I try and grab it, it moves a little bit. It moves a little bit. We might try and tighten this in. I just looked a second ago and it was not going anywhere, but now it's got a little bit of mobility, so I'm going to go ahead and try and tighten this a little bit. You can see we've tightened, the belly button's right here. We can tighten from the belly button down, and you see how firm this is and that this is looser if you take a look at the difference in the two areas. Now we've got to tighten this down to the belly button and it'll all be uniform. And we're all done with the top and bottom now, and you can see that they're comparable. It's pretty firm and it flattened the tummy a little bit. Now we're going to put one more layer to support this, and then we'll start removing skin. Well, we've got pain pump catheters in place. We've got the drains in place. Stitches for the belly button are in place. Now it's time to remove the excess skin. And we've got the temporary stitch in the middle. You can see how nice and flat the tummy's going to be already. And this goes straight down to the belly button. I put my finger in there and right down on the belly button. So perfect position. We're going to remove this stitch and then start closing everything the right way. We've got the excess skin marked on both sides, and you see when we take these skin flaps down, you can get a sense for how that tummy is going to look, nice and flat. Now we just got to remove the skin and then we can close. Here's the excess skin from this side. It's a pretty good piece, and if we take a look again, kind of compare liposuction here, no liposuction here, you can see the thickness difference pretty obviously. I'm putting the last layer of suture, and you can see how nicely everything is coming together. Nice and smooth and flat. I think she should have a really nice closure. Now she has chosen to use the interlocks with silk. In my opinion, that's the most powerful combination of stability of the wound, antibiotic coating on the silk that will help that heal with less risk of infection, stabilize the actual wound itself, and then the interlock takes the tension off, helps it heal tension free, and gives you a nicer looking scar. I think this is the best way to dress the wound. You'll see how we put it on in just a little bit. We're done with the closure. See a nice flat tummy, nice flowing curve to the sides. This has been flattened out too. Frequently there's a little bulge up here that is just neglected, but we suction that pretty smooth. And everything looks great. Belly button is a little bit bruised up, but it should heal very nicely with a nice natural shape. And the incision line is low. Now we're going to put on the silk and the interlocks. We're putting on the interlock dressings. You can see the silk is in place already. The interlock is the part that holds the tension. The silk is just stabilizing the wound itself, and it does help, but it doesn't do any tension control. This is what gives us the tension control, the interlocks. And we just lay them across the wound and then fasten it with the Velcro that it comes with. Just a little tug, and you can see that it's kind of pulling the tension in. We're all done now, and we've got the dressing in place. We've got the silk dressing all the way across. These are the interlocks that are holding tension. You can kind of see where they're pulling a little bit. Tummy is nice and flat, smooth. We've got good contour to the sides. The upper tummy going into the chest is nice and flat. I think she'll be really happy with this transformation.
So here is the fun part, the behind the scenes random pictures of what happened between the moment that I got to wait for the surgery, during the surgery when I was knocked out, and then after the surgery I was still knocked out. I was high on morphine and having the best sleep, but that's where these horrible, horrible ladies took advantage of my face and took some pictures of, I'm just gonna share it so you guys see it. I can't even be mad at them because honestly, they have helped me so much. Incredible, the both of them. So I am just gonna let them do whatever they want because they were amazing angels. And like, listen, they saw things, but we'll talk about it a little bit later in the video.
Here's a close-up of the cute setup and welcome note at the beginning of my surgery. I have my IV hooked up and I'm ready to go in. Here's where my friend calls my chicharrones. They're massive. Each one around weighs 4.5 pounds. So Barbie's hand was the last thing I remember on this operating table. And here is Barbie giving me a hard time. I'm not sure what I'm whining about, probably pain, and I pretty much slept like that with a frown on my face, so I'll need Botox soon. Last picture was in our book club chat where the girls wrote book club time and took it.
I told you they were unflattering pictures, but what can I say? So after the surgery, prior to the surgery, I do remember Barbie coming in with me and just holding my hand. And at that moment, I was like, if I look at Barbie, I'm gonna lose it and I'm gonna start crying. Because that's like the level of scared I was. So I just kept looking up at the operating lights, and before I knew it, I was knocked out. So that is why I have such deep appreciation for everything she did, for everything that they all did. Still hurts to cough. For everything that they all did, because it was scary. I haven't done any major surgery before, besides having my gallbladder removed, but honestly, they were all very, very amazing. And I got out, and all I remember is that my two friends were sitting there. The moment that I was lucid, I saw them sitting there. I kind of groaned, because I was feeling a little bit of pain, and they gave me morphine right away. And I could hear them on and off where they would be talking. And sometimes I would say something like, I think Rosanna said that my first thing that I said was, it's because you're stupid. Like I was insulting her. So I would just listen here and there. And before I knew it, I slept most of the time. I slept all day until 11:30. When I got up to, I didn't want to miss Dr. Rubinstein's stories, and I also had a lot of messages from a lot of people wishing me luck, wondering if I'm okay. It was really beautiful, like how many people were concerned for my genuine well-being. And, you know, it was shocking at, you know, who really actually cared, and you know, how much, you know, my presence as a human being impacts their life. You know, I got some sweet supporting messages, and I wanted to respond to everyone as I could. You know, I was mindful that it was 11:30, and I'm sure that a lot of people were sleeping, but I did answer to the majority of them. So I slept there. The nurse at night was wonderful as well. She tried to give me, my mouth was super dry, even though I was hooked up to an IV, so I wasn't dehydrated, but I really wanted water. So we tried giving me ice chips, but the anesthesia made me so nauseous that I couldn't even. And there's no way that you could throw up. It was hard to laugh. You can't do any of those because your stomach is still sore. So we did not want me to throw up. But she was lovely, and she went ahead at 6:30 in the morning and prepped me to know what I needed to do when I got home. And I couldn't leave until the doctor had come in at 9:30. But she made sure that she took out my catheter, I went to the bathroom, she explained the whole process for me. Once the doctor saw me and gave me the okay, my best friend Rosanna was there to pick me up. And this is where they're walking me out. Barbie being Barbie. There's a small video clip of her being her special self.
I know that I look like a crazy person, but I'm finally home. The night that I spent in the hospital was very well. I was drugged. I slept the whole time. It was amazing. Today, though, which is the second day, I was released and I don't feel so amazing. It's getting a little bit painful, and I heard tomorrow is gonna be a little tougher. But if I can just get through these days, I will be fine. I'm super happy with the results from what I've seen. Sometimes the pain makes me question it, but I know it's gonna be so worth it in the end. And I've had such an amazing support group of people that love me and have been so good at taking care of me, and I can't thank them enough. Like, I owe you big. And nothing. It's been great. Hopefully I walk enough, and next week they take the drains out, which is probably something super uncomfortable, is the drains. I would love it out, so I'll keep you guys updated.
In that clip you just watched, I was actually my second day post-surgery, so my first full day at home. And I want to talk about when I say that I felt a lot of pain. It wasn't actually pain from the surgery, it was pain from my back because of the surgery. So for example, I'm a side sleeper, you guys, and for me to have to sleep on my back inclined with my feet up, or sitting inclined, it was hurting my tailbone, it was hurting my back. I mean, most of my pain was from my back. And that day I remember sitting in a hard chair, sitting in a soft chair, put pillows, take pillows off. Like, I had Rosanna stay with me that first night, and I swear to God, she's a saint. No one can say anything bad about her, because the amount of times that I just needed assistance in finding a way to feel comfortable, and there was no way of feeling comfortable. Nothing made me comfortable at all, you know? And so that is the pain that I'm referring to. And also another pain that I'm referring to is I still wasn't used to carrying the drains. And so the drains, they have stitches in my vagina, not like in my vagina, but on the outside of it, so it doesn't move. And it's quite painful to accidentally tug at it, because you're tugging at your skins, and down there it's like, ah. So definitely it was more pains from the drains and pain from the back, as opposed to, oh my God, I felt pain in my actual stomach, right? It was, don't get me wrong, I was sore, don't get me wrong, but that's why I had the pain pump, which, by the way, you guys, if you can get a pain pump for your surgery, by all means, it is the best money spent. That pain pump is, and I wish I would have taken a picture of it. It's like a little purse that I carried, and it had lidocaine in it, and it would release it inside my tummy to take off the pain in the edge of that area. And then I had Vicodin for the rest of my body. And so pain from the actual surgery, no, it's just for me being uncomfortable with it. So that day, that was a struggle. Also, I was feeling very grimy, very gross. I smelled like hospital because of the iodine as well. Like, your urine smells different. And I had gotten my period. You guys, I had gotten my period. How much does God love me during that time? He's like, we're just gonna send everything your way. Just pile it on. I had gotten my period as well. And so I just felt dirty. I felt gross. There were a lot of bodily fluids coming out where I didn't want them to. And when I'm thanking my friends in that clip, it's because I'm thinking of everything that they've had to see. You know, like I was wearing a surgical robe with pockets inside, so then I could put the drains in each side. But obviously, you're trying to get out of bed. You're trying to put a leg up. You show your friend your whole vagina. She sees everything, you know, period, no period, whatever. She catches a whiff of everything. And that really made me be like, shit, you know, I was feeling extremely, not embarrassed, but kind of like, those are the moments that I was questioning, like, oh my God, this is just so uncomfortable. Not for me so much, but for them, right? I don't want I can't help it that I'm showing, but I don't necessarily want to make anybody else uncomfortable. And they were just such angels for that. Barbie came over the third day. So on the third day, because I had such a tough time on the second day post-surgery, on the third day I was expecting it to be the worst. I was like, well, they say third day after post-surgery is going to be worse. You're going to be sore, whatever. I don't know what happened, but that wasn't my case. My worst day, honestly, was that day. That was it. So Barbie came over to visit me on Friday, and she and Rosanna bathed me, guys. She took me in the shower. She bathed me. She made me feel so clean, and then she taught me how to wear clothes, and that made me feel like so much better. She taught me how to put my underwear so the drains are not obstructed and the pain pump is not obstructed. I was able to cover my vagina finally. I was able to wear sweatpants, and I just felt so much better. And listen, guys, when they bathed me, they saw shit that I don't, you know, that is a deep level of friendship you have with someone, because I told you I was bleeding out of everywhere. Things were gross. You get to know your friend intimately. You know what I mean? For God's sake, even though I was washing myself and they were holding, and there were parts that I couldn't wash that they had to help, period, whatever. They saw everything. There's no mystery to me anymore, right? For them. For me, everything's a mystery, but for them, there's nothing related to me that's a mystery. So yeah, I'm so lucky because I do have my parents here. My mom did help me on the weekend. I had a rotation of people scheduled. My mom did help me on the weekend, but my mom is much older, and my mom also has seeing issues. Her retinas had fallen out, and even though she's had procedures to fix them, my mom doesn't see well, right? So to have my friends here and help my mom, you know, and help me, I could cry, you know. It's nice to know that I have that kind of loyalty and friends that have such an amazing heart, right? So that was that. Okay, so it's been a week since my operation, and I'm going for my follow-up visit. I'm not driving. I've had excellent nurses take care of me this past week, and they haven't killed me, and that's a good sign. So that means I was a good patient. And now we're just going to see what Dr. Rubinstein is going to tell us. Hopefully they'll take the drains out and the pain pump. And we had to bring our log, and we forgot it, to let him know how much I've been draining. But it's going to be fine. I think we'll make it all right. Here I am waiting for the doctor. Also, this is the machine that's going to give me a massage. So that way I can go ahead and go down in the swelling and find some relief in my body. This machine is absolutely wonderful, and I cannot recommend it enough. This is how good Dr. Rubinstein is. He was not going to even take one single pump off because I did not bring the drain log. So what happened? My amazing friend Lauren ran to my house, took a picture, and sent it to me. And so then I sent it to Barbie, and Barbie showed the doctor, and the doctor's like, okay, we can take one drain off and the pain pump, but we cannot remove the other drain. We're gonna keep it, we're gonna see it. And if you, by Friday, you have a certain amount under, we can go ahead and remove it. So that's how by the book he is. I didn't bring the drain log. He was like, I'm not gonna remove it. So thank God I had someone save me from that, and I got some relief. But I think one of the main points, besides that he's an amazing surgeon and everything, and that's why my recuperation went so smooth, and I am so mobile right now. Today I think is day 13, and yesterday I already drove, you guys, you know, and I'm not sleeping with any pain medications. I'm not taking anything from the pain, just my antibiotics. But I think that they also recommend is just move, walk. My friend told me, Barbie told me that, listen, if there's something you need, take it easy to the point where you're not hurting yourself, but at the same time, motivate yourself to move. You want water, go walk and get the water. You know what I mean? There's certain things your body's going to tell you cannot physically do, and there's things that you're going to have other people, you're going to have to do it yourself. So for example, at first when I was going into bed, I generally needed help to sit up, to move around. And then eventually I was starting like, okay, let me try getting out of bed. I had my friend there standing in front of me in case I needed it. But then I was able to get in and out of my bed myself. I was getting able to up and down out of the chairs, getting my own things. There were things that were too heavy for me to carry that they would carry for me. So it really matters also your frame of mind. My motivation was I have to get back to work in 2 weeks. And besides, I don't like to depend on people too much. And also I just wanted to get these pumps out. So the more I move, the more I drain. So to me, I had so many motivations because I felt like if I just sit there and just let whatever take over me, then I'm not doing myself any favors. If anything, I'm gonna get weaker and I'm gonna depend on people, and I'm just not gonna get any better any quickly. So don't wallow in it. Just go, 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 go. To the point that I even was able to trick or treat with my daughter, you know? Yeah, I walked slow. And when I got tired, I went back to the party house to sit down for a while they finished trick or treating. But it's one of those things that you got to keep on moving. And I love the fact that my team, when I mean my team is the doctor's team and then my friends, everyone understood that, and everyone was like, tell me what you need and we'll get you what you need, but we also gave you space for you to do it and try to do it yourself. You know what I mean? So there was a point that I was showering by myself, you know, and we were talking maybe 5 days post-op, getting dressed by myself, you know, and it's a really proud moment. It's a really proud moment to see the progress. So to me, the healing has been, I can't complain. There's nothing to complain about. There's nothing that, oh, this has been tough. I would do it all over again in a heartbeat with the surgeon. And if everything that I was fearing with the recovery, nothing has come true. Nothing has come true. It has been nothing but easiness for the level of surgery this is, and for what I was expecting. I am so grateful and so thankful. But the next clip you're gonna see is, and I wish I would have shown you guys a little bit earlier, but it's a picture of my drain. But remember, I was only recording as there's priorities, right? And I just didn't think to record the 2 drains coming out of me and the pain pump so you guys could have seen it. You could see it in his video of just like inside my tummy, but not necessarily hanging out. But you get the picture with the next clip when you'll see the one pain pump on the side. You can just imagine the other one on the other side, and then just the drain, the drain on one side and the drain on the other, and then the pain pump. You could just imagine it. But here is my video of me talking about the drain and how I feel about it. Guys, so this is the last I have of the drain. Hopefully it'll get removed today. And then on Tuesday, I'll get the stitches taken out. But originally I had a drain on this side, a drain on this side, and the pain pump all hanging out, making it really hard to shower and move and all this stuff. And it's in my underwear. Here there's like a stitch, and then it goes into my tummy. And hopefully this will be the last I see of this. All right, guys, I did not get that second drain removed like I had hoped for. It's here hanging out with me. I know it's gross, but you know what? I am not actually hiding anything from you guys. This whole process is very gross. He saw the drain log that I have to keep, and I'm gonna pop a picture for you guys up here, but this is the drain log that I have to keep, and he saw that I was still draining much more than he wanted me to. So I have to keep it until Tuesday of next week, which is just in time because on Wednesday I go to work. So on Tuesday I'm gonna get this drain removed, and I'm going to get my stitches removed. So that Friday I just went ahead and I did the second massage with that machine, which is like basically like pants while you're laying down, and then like I think it's air. It's not water, it's air that starts compressing your feet, up your calves, up your thigh, up your stomach, and then just gives you a big hug. And it's good because it does it for like almost an hour, and afterwards I felt so much less swollen, less bloated, and it makes you pee right afterwards. So the more you drain, the more you release. That's why they tell you drink a lot of liquids, the less swollen you'll be, right? So I'm gonna show you guys what I look like. Keep in mind that I am still swollen, and this is not the final outcome, but we're gonna look pre-removal of stitches. So let me show you. Okay, you guys, so this is usually my getup. I'm supposed to wear this compression garment for at least 2 weeks. I sleep with it. I only remove it to take a shower. I've already washed it, but where you see blood stains, and they're not going anywhere. But this is what I've been normally wearing while I recuperate, just sweatpants, because you need a pocket for your drain. When I had the 2 drains, I needed a pocket for each one, and then the pain pump was a little purse on its own, right? So now I just have to deal with one, which is okay. Let me show you guys the result. So this is what I look like on my side. And then I'm like still very numb in that area, and everything just feels weird. So here's what he's looking for, my belly button and everything. And let's see if I can get further away. You guys can see, this is the happy face from here to here. And I'm still swollen. Some mornings this is much more down, but this is what it's looking like. I don't go lower, so I don't show you anything I'm not supposed to show you, but my drain is right down there, and this is it. It's such a weird sensation to touch my tummy. I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know what to tell you. Usually the garment you can wear underneath your clothes, but because I get super itchy, I usually wear it on top of my my shirt. But I mean, this guy did such an amazing job. I hardly have any bruising. He did such an amazing job that I still can't believe it. Like, it's honestly the first time that I can remember in the longest or ever that I could just look straight down to my vagina without having any of my other body parts interfering with it. So he did a great job. I highly recommend him, but we'll talk about it in the end of my recap of this video blog. But if you want his details, I am more than happy to give him to you. He is wonderful. I also so I don't plan on wearing this to work, right? Underneath my clothes, it makes me look also bulkier. So I bought these at the recommendation of Barbie. Bought this to wear when I'm wearing stuff with sleeves, and I need to try this on, but bought this one to wear when I'm wearing strapless things. And then I just have to put this contraption back on, see which side it's supposed to be on. Oh, this one. And then we are just going to get back to this video blog. I know it doesn't look like much, guys, because it was swollen, but trust me, it's a lot. He did a lot. It's good. So what are my closing remarks? Well, just things that I want to let you guys know, that it is a very humbling experience to have so many liquids come out of you. And I mean so many liquids and so many accidents. Let's just be real, you guys. If you're going to do this and you have an inkling to go to the bathroom, go right away. Because if you hold it, everything is extra slow. To get dressed takes forever. Sometimes that I've taken a shower and gotten dressed and washed my hair, I've been so exhausted that I can't even dry it. So imagine, you gotta go pee. To take your pants, you have to go slowly because you don't want to pull anything, right? And then with the drains, they're inside your underwear, so you can't just yank your panties down like you're normally used to. You have to like be very careful that you don't tug at the stitch so it doesn't hurt. And I can just tell you how many accidents I've had. I've had accidents. I'm telling you, it's not a glamorous thing. It's not a glamorous thing, but I'm here to be real with you. So the best thing is probably like not to wear underwear, which is, I discovered it now on day 13. Just wear your sweatpants and it just makes it much easier to just go to the bathroom. Another important thing is that you have to poop between 24 to 48 hours. So if not, that is so important. That was a question I was asked almost every day. Did you poop? Did you poop? Did you poop? So when I finally pooped, it was a party in itself. The first time I had to have suppository, but then after that, I was able to do it on my own and it was like a big deal, right? So right now I'm back, my bowel movements are back to normal. So that's another thing that you have to watch out for. And I am really happy, you guys. I saw the video of me showing you and I know it doesn't seem like much, but I'm going to post some pictures that I've taken for friends here so you guys can look, because there's moments that my stomach is less swollen and you could see the huge difference as opposed to now. When I showed it to you, I had lunch and it's just, you know, it's there. You can tell it's there, and I'm very happy with it. If this is something that you are considering, if it's something that really bothers you, I say go for it and go with him. Like, listen to me, go with him. I have had such an amazing recuperation, and like I said, I would do it all over again in a heartbeat. And I'm excited to see the results. I'm excited to wear normal clothes and see what I look like. I really see a huge difference, and the camera doesn't do it any justice. And I'm really genuinely happy. I'm genuinely happy that these days have been so lovely. They really have been so lovely. So lovely to see how much love I've gotten, so much love. It's been lovely to see like the support. It's been lovely to see my own strength. It's been lovely to see that it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It's been lovely to see the results. So I had to do this video for you. I know it's quite long, but it has all of the information you need. If there is something that I forgot to mention or that you guys want me to touch on, just questions, that's fine as well. Probably the next vlog I'll continue just a little bit with the removing of the stitches and anything else that might pop up during that time. So thank you so much. It was lovely to talk to you guys again, and I will see you guys soon.